All right, everyone, so we're back, and this week's lesson is really exciting because you're going to be using your own imagination. And in art, that's super important that we can make artworks our own. So for this week's lesson, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be picking two animals, and you can pick whatever animals that you want. I'll put a list on the Google Classroom, but feel free to pick a different one if you have a different one. And we are going to be combining those animals to create our own creatures. So I want to see what these would look like in your head. Maybe you do a pig and a bear. Does it have a bear nose or a pig nose? Does it have bear ears or pig ears? Does it have a bear tail or pig tail? And then what size is that body going to look like? Does it stand up? Does it stand on 4 feet? So these are things you should be thinking about when you choose your animals. I'm going to do an example for you. I don't want you to copy mine exactly. I want you to pick your own animals and be creative and do your own. But I'm super excited to see what these come out like. I think this is really fun, a little bit different than what we've been doing, and it just kind of gets those creative juices flowing. So for this project, you'll need a piece of paper, a pencil and eraser as always, especially since we're going to be using our imagination. There might be mistakes, which are okay, but we want to make sure that we have something to erase them. Number 3 is some sort of coloring supplies. So what are you going to be coloring with? That is up to you. We've learned a lot of techniques, a lot of materials throughout this year. You're the artist. You can use anything you want. You can use colored pencils, crayons, paints if you want. I'm leaving that up to you. All right, so go ahead, grab your supplies, come on back. I'll show you an example, and then you can get started on your own creatures. All right, everyone, so I wanted to do something a little bit different this week that uses our imagination and we could have a lot of fun with. So what we're going to be doing is choosing 2 animals. This could be any animals that you like. I put on the Google Classroom a bunch of photos of different animals. If you are having a really hard time thinking of animals, there's some there that you can use, or you could use any ones that you want, even if I didn't have it on that worksheet. So you're gonna pick 2. And then what you're gonna do is we're gonna combine these 2 animals into one. So we're gonna be creating our own creature. So it takes a little bit of imagination. So I think I'm gonna choose a rabbit and an elephant. So I'm gonna think about what features or what details about that animal do I want to put in my one. So for mine, you can hold your paper vertically or horizontal. It's up to you. I think I'm gonna do mine vertical. I'm gonna think about, I think I want some hair on top of my elephant. I think I'm gonna do more of an elephant body. So I have my head, and maybe I'll have a little mouth here with my trunk. Just like so. I'll have a little mouth like this coming out. All right, and elephants have this kind of wrinkles on their trunk. Their eyes, I mean, I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna make the eyes more cartoony. All right, so I have my elephant head, and then for the body, I think I'm gonna stick with that elephant. So they have those big feet. And that big old body. And they have those, usually some toenails. All right. So I have my elephant, and it looks pretty much like an elephant, but I wanted to keep the size and the trunk and the body size. But now, where am I gonna add the bunny? So maybe I want a nice fluffy bunny tail, like so. And I think I want to add bunny ears. So I don't want you to copy these, so I don't want yours to look just like mine. I want you to come up with your own two animals. Like if you want to use a bunny, go ahead, but don't combine it with an elephant. If you want to use an elephant, maybe combine it with like a giraffe or an alligator or something like that. So I came up with a design for my Ella bunny, and then you could come up with a fun name for it if you want. And I drew him out how using some features from the elephant, some features from the bunny rabbit. So I think he looks super cute actually. Like I think this should be an animal in real life because it's so fun. And now what I'm gonna do is create where it would live. Does it live in the environment that an elephant would live in, or does it live in an environment where the bunny would live in? So that's up to you. Maybe it's a combination of both. Maybe I have my horizon line, which is where the ground and the sky meet. So this is the sky. Put a couple clouds. And maybe it lives in a giant bunny hole. But it would maybe have some of those trees in the background like you would see in Africa, where you would find a elephant, but maybe it lives underground like a bunny does. So have fun with it. I can't wait to see your creations. I think this is really fun, a little bit different than what we're doing, and you get to be very creative with it. All right, so I'm gonna Sharpie mine in and color it in. I want you to fill in the whole thing with color, and if you want to, you can Sharpie it. If you don't, you can move straight to color. You can use any supplies that you want. And I just want you to create a whole artwork out of it. So fill in the whole thing. I don't want you just to color in your animal. I want it the whole environment about where your animal would live. All right, I'm gonna finish mine, come on back and show you what it looks like. All right, so here's my elephant bunny combination. I drew where my Ella bunny or Elani or Bonifant, have fun with it. Play with the names. So I drew where it lived, and I used colored pencil for this project, but you can really use anything. Watercolors, markers work great, and have fun with it. I think this is just a really fun project where we get to be creative, using our minds and using some of the techniques we've learned so far this year. As you can see, I did some of the shading and blending techniques. I created a shadow, and I can't wait to see yours. Have fun. I miss you all, and I hope you have a great week.